Hello YouTube, my name is Matt Burgess with the Dude Blog, and I just wanted to drop in today and take a few minutes to talk about the Outdoor Edge Pro razor. So this knife and gut hook I use primarily in guiding elk hunting for several weeks of the year. So if you want to skip through all this and just say, is this a good knife? Is this something I want to use? This is the knife you want to use. So we'll talk about why. So let's break into the knife itself first. So let's look at some of the features. So here's the case that it comes in. Outdoor Edge case, which is handy. You store your spare blades. So just so you know, this comes with several blades already. You buy it, and I think I paid $69 for this knife, which is a very useful tool. So let's talk about the Outdoor Edge knife. So this is the Razor Pro, as you can see, and it also comes with this awesome gut hook. We'll talk about that. So just so you know, I am going to be doing some shots in the field. I'll demonstrate on an elk I have hanging right now at the ranch. So, but I just wanted to talk about this knife and some of the features that it has. So like I said, this has the, so it's a folding knife, goes in your case, goes in your pack. That's where I carry it. Also has a belt loop on the back if you want to carry it on your hip. If you're carrying a pack, I would just say throw it in your pack. You're not going to need it other than for gutting or cutting. So this is a 3.5 inch blade, which is very handy. It detaches right here. You push, so you can see you push in, grab the blade up here on top, pulls out, so it detaches. So this is basically a razor blade and it is different from the Havalon, so it's not surgical, but this is a razor blade. So you're going to be using it for gutting. You're going to go in and gut the animal, make your incisions, and as it wears out, as you're cleaning and skinning, you're going to be throwing these blades off to the side and putting new blades in. So like I said, it has several blades in the pack itself here that come with it. So you're swapping those out. I like to buy an extra pack. These are 12 bucks. These have several replacement. These have 6 replacement blades, so it's 12 bucks. So think about that. On an elk, you're gonna go through, from the gutting process through skinning, not processing. I typically will use 2 blades. That'll get you through it. And you can, I do have some guys that will use like a porcelain sharpener, and they'll get a little more longevity out of their blade. But what I would suggest is when you're making this purchase. So again, I guide for a living, so this is what I use 99.9% of the time in the field. So you have your gut hook and you have your razor blade. So the gut hook portion of this is really nice. So to close that up, you're going to use the gut hook. So after you made your incision on your animal, now I will say this, as an elk hunter, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, is this going to be all right for a deer? If I'm talking about an elk, this is easy with a deer. So you're going to make your incisions, and then as you're going up to the rib cage, you're going to slide this in, and this is going to break the hide. It's going to expose the internals to drag them out. So that is the Outdoor Edge, Pro, Razor Pro. So we're going to do I'm going to do a couple of field shots. I'm going to show you, I've got, like I said, I have an elk hanging right now. We'll get to that. This is what I use in the field. This is what I suggest. The Outdoor Edge Razor Pro. This is what I would be using. So we're going to cut into a 30-day-old aged elk quarter, rear quarter. So here's the Razor Pro that we discussed earlier in the video. And so we're just going to try how this is cutting. You can tell it's cutting real smooth. We're going to follow up along the line. You can see how smooth it makes those cuts. Let's see, we'll cut up right up along in here just to see what that does. You can see how easy it cuts with the razor blade. Now what I talked about earlier is you can already see how the fat will build up around this edge. And what that takes is a lot of cleaning and pulling the blade in and out so a lot of times I'll push this blade, take it out, I'll clean it, and then I'll set it back in there if it's gumming up real bad. So anyways, so that kind of gives you an idea of what quartering out an elk, or I'm sorry, an elk quarter will look like as you're cutting along the meat. It cuts really nice. So then the swing blade that we have, let's see, how's the swing blade? The swing blade on here, just to see how it would cut through. Let's say if we were treating this like a hide, you can see it just cuts right through it. So I would say it works exceptionally well. And that's the Outdoor Edge.